Okay, I like to explain things to people a little better than what most people think about me. Well, my name's Justin Favre. I'm not very known to anybody, you know what I mean? I'm just a person that grew up anywhere as anybody else. You know what I mean? Most of the people that I fuck with is like 10 people during the day. But I feel like I have ideas and perspectives on life that most people need to hear and really need to enlighten their minds on to really look at life in a better perspective, because this world is literally sad these days, man. This shit's ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck is going on lately, man, but it's not just the US, it's literally every single country, man. This shit is ridiculous. We're getting out of control, and it's sad that we're all one literally human race on one planet. Okay, that's the main thing that people are not realizing these days, man, is we're literally one species, the most intelligent species in the universe as we speak. Okay, we have never found no fucking other life forms. Okay, I understand that there probably are, but in the lifetimes of the people that are on this planet right now, we will probably never know them. So, on the aspect of that, think about how so many generations are going to be ruined in another, probably, I give it another 30 years. These motherfuckers aren't going to know what to do. I mean, the way everything is run, people have lost the concept of true reality. These lives that these people are living, I see people literally on their, I don't have nothing against technology. Okay, it is probably going to ruin us eventually, but if we control it in a certain way, it won't. But with the power of everybody and everybody's control freaks, it probably won't happen. But yeah. Well, with that said, is like with all these kids on this internet these days and learning from all these mature adults of how life is out there, and they're learning all these weird things on the internet, and these parents are actually letting them on the internet and actually don't realize why their kids are growing up to be like they are, and they sat there and let them get on the internet for their entire life. Okay, I grew up on the internet my entire life. Literally, I grew up, once it came out, I was on the internet. I was out whenever Windows 95 came out. I mean, I was there from the beginning of all this fucking technology, internet bullshit. But, I mean, I took it as a good thing. I got mature from it, you know what I mean? Even though I've had, turns in my life that have, not been too great, but I still don't regret nothing, you know what I mean? I've done things in my life that most people probably wouldn't even think of doing, but you know what I mean? People do those things. You know what I mean? We're all human. We're all the same. We all make mistakes. We all have our own thoughts, our own thought process, and what we think is right and what we think is wrong. But we still need to see the reality of the truth that nobody else is really looking at. Okay, we have all these big ass cities with all these luxurious ass buildings and all this great shit. But in the end, what do we have to show for literally, okay, the human race, now that we have figured it out so far, is 250,000 years old. And that's the latest of what we figured out. There's no telling what's buried in the earth or what's already gone in the earth that we'll never find. There's no telling, okay? My beliefs are just beyond any skeptics or all that bullshit. I believe in reality. I'm a belief person that is, okay, there's a universe out there, okay? It was formed on just atoms and just shit mixing together and chemical imbalances over time and millennia just happening. You know what I mean? It just happened. Well, on Earth, the DNA genes and all that shit eventually evolutionized into fucking humans. And people can't grasp the fact that people literally came from Earth, but they eventually got to the point where humans learned to write. So people learned to write. Well, it was the first writing. It was, I'm not even going to get into this right now because that's the whole Bible thing. And that's a big controversy. I'm not even trying to get into right now. But I mean, we have so many people just so lost in the world because they're on this internet and they're learning at a young age what most people do on the days. They're literally watching these people's lifestyle of how they live. Like, okay, I just recently got out of prison literally in August, and I just fucking been watching these YouTube videos. You gotta think 5 years in prison from 2015 to fucking 2020. That was a big gap between the fucking technology gap because coronavirus, it kind of made everybody sit inside. You know what I mean? At first, whenever I was out, fucking nobody was freaking really playing games and shit or on YouTube or Facebook or MySpace or whatever the fuck you have. You know what I mean? Nobody is really on that. And I noticed once I got out, it boomed. Everybody was doing all these weird things, and they got TikTok out now and all this other shit. And you wonder why our societies are like it is. Look at what is on the internet. Like, it's simple as that. Literally look at what is on the internet, and you will see what was wrong with this world, not society. I don't picture one thing as in one perfect square. This is one earth, okay? This is what people fail to realize about reality and aspect of life. This is one earth. We all came from the earth, okay? I don't care what you believe in, what the fuck all your thoughts are, but you gotta realize you came from the fucking earth. So you gotta sit here and think about this. Why the fuck would you come from the fucking thing and actually hate something else that came from the same thing you came from? Hello? You get it? Like, I never actually understood that. Like, why would people actually want to hate people that you originally came from? Like, okay, maybe they say that actually, and say research has actually found that probably whenever humans first started forming and shit, there was actually more of us, like different forms of us, like bigger forms, small, you know what I mean? Like, just like any animal is. There's different forms, but with the way the earth was moving and forming at the time, it extincted them, it knocked them out, you know what I mean? It's a cold ice age and shit, you know what I mean? It knocks them out. So you can't think like, okay, we're lucky to even be here. And we're literally just destroying everything around us with no thought process at all around. Like, nobody has no aspect of life at all. And I really want to change it, but it's literally going to take literally 2,000 years to do, plus just to actually change the mindset that most people have these days. You got to think there's 7 billion people on Earth. And whenever people started actually like developing things in their mind to remember and shit, that was fucking 300 plus thousand years ago. So think of from when their mental state was from to ours now. Okay, they had nothing compared to what we have now. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. So think of how living like that and having that mindset the whole time over those generations, then all of a sudden getting into this new generation over and over, you know what I mean? 300,000 years, 250,000 years. That's a long fucking time. Definitely for your mind to just develop the same state over the years. This is what the world needs to realize. We need to change our minds to stop accepting the ways of our old generations. And I'm not talking about generations from fucking 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. I'm talking about from the fucking beginning. We are living literally like savages. Like, for real. If you really want to be real with you, I literally don't even watch the news, and I can tell you this world is living like fucking savages. And I'm sorry to say this, but this, like, it took me a lot to actually record this and to say everything that I'd say and to actually put into words to really tell people, like, what the fuck is going on. Because I don't really, it's not even about me in the whole aspect of life. I want to have a family. I want to have kids, you know what I mean? I want to have fucking grandkids, you know what I mean, one day. You know what I mean? I want my fucking bloodline to keep going. Well, if this world is shit, what the fuck would I want a family to keep going for if it's just gonna fucking burn to hell and back? Like, that's what I don't get, man. How are y'all living in y'all's fucking heads right now, man? Like, what the fuck is going on in this world for y'all to have all this shit going on like it is? Like, y'all are literally wasting the aspect of reality. Like, do y'all even see what is going on around you? Y'all are... Hold on. What happened was, people really... What happened to humans was, people are very manipulative. Okay? Okay, the human mind is manipulative. Any mind is manipulative. Okay, you gotta think about this. You can train a monkey to do anything almost. A parrot, almost. A dog. It's manipulative. You can manipulate a mind to do something over a period of time if you train them to. Okay, think about that. It's not mind control. I'm not saying no mind control. It's not mind fucking control. It's mind manipulation. I don't use mind control and all that weird hocus bogus bullshit. It's simply said, mind manipulation. Fuck mind control, it's not mind control. You're manipulating somebody's mind. If you're controlling their mind, you'd be able to control their hand movements and all that other bullshit. Well, you don't do that. You're literally manipulating their mind to do something over a period of time. That's it. Well, that's literally like the aspect of life. Everybody has manipulated themselves to do something over a period of time because they're used to doing it. You're used to doing this over a period of time, and that same flow is just flown over generation. Well, with everything evolving over time, it flowed with that. Well, and that's where you got anger, you know what I mean, hate and all that shit. It evolved with it. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, it evolved. Everything evolves. Everything learns from its surroundings. So we just need to see a better way to look at life where we can better understand everybody in their own ways, where we can better work ourselves. Because I can tell you right now, I give it another 100 years, if we don't find a way to actually live off this planet, y'all might as well call yourselves thought. And I'm just going to end this right here because I've already said enough. And my voice is going out for some fuck odd reason. I don't know why. But that's pretty much how I think of life, and it's pretty much shit. Like, and I still live life like I really want to help people and actually change their ways and shit, but it's just saddening to see that so many people are caught up in this. There's literally, I could probably tell you, probably a 2% of this world that actually see the same way that I see this world. And that's a very select few. Like, there's not many. So, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's hard to wrap around the thoughts that I have and the way I think of life. Because I think of it as you move as as one as the world, you know what I mean? The world moves as one, so you move with it. You know what I mean? We're all fucking manipulating the earth. How the fuck are you going to manipulate the earth when it put you here? Sit on that for a while.